No. Are you cleaned up? Whoa, babe. Look at him. He's
The bum knee of yours is looking pretty good.
nice.
And the other one's not too bad.
God, I really married up.
You want to dance?
It's true.
I did. I did. Hi.
You guys, super excited about today's episode. We are watching episode 11. What is this called?
So there was a Bastille Day, and now it's Colonial Day.
Oh.
Colonial Day.
Colonial Day.
Yes.
Because
And
that makes so much more sense to my memory.
this episode was directed by one Jonas, Pate. I'm not seeing any light bulbs going off over there.
No.
Jonas, Pate, written by Carla Robinson.
No.
No, nothing clicking. No offense to Jonas or
You
Carla.
guys, none whatsoever. It could be as simple as I may not be in this episode that much.
Oh no. The description for this one is...
So I'm curious.
President Laura Roslin finds herself pitted against her old nemesis, Tom Zarek, back in here when she organizes a grand event to announce her choice for vice president. I was wondering when we would see him again.
Yeah. And FYI, I don't think I'm in this episode
Okay. All
very much. I think that's why.
It's going to be a very president-focused situation. This is our last 3 episodes of season 1. We are almost done season 1. Yeah, it's been a wild ride so far.
You talk about it like, it's just been crazy.
Well, I think about what I said at the beginning of my fears.
Yeah.
They're all coming true. No, only
I was
one.
like, seriously?
Only one's come true.
What's that?
Huge
Starbuck
fan now.
Baltar.
Can't even believe I'm touching knees with you right now.
It's been weird for me. It's been really weird for me to watch this. I've actually found myself feeling really sort of, Eddie said this thing to all of us in the very beginning. This is going to be the best work you ever do. The best thing you ever do. And I was like, at the time, I was like, 22 years old. I was like, okay, old dude, whatever. Like, God forbid you're like the high school quarterback, right? Like, that's the thing. Like, and I have worked quite a lot since, but I think what it's made me do is sort of look back so fondly on the memories of shooting. And I'm still so close with this cast. I would go back and do it again. And I always said I wouldn't, that like I couldn't play her again. And while I still think that, that angsty teenage type energy that she had, that like early 20s sort of like anxiety and angst and anger and self-doubt and all that shit that is natural, then I don't have that anymore, but I still think I could play her.
I would push
I didn't
back.
think I could.
Because I would push back on that, because I think that you're feeling what you probably, like we all recognize when we were teenagers, we had that, but I don't think I'm seeing it in the character as much as you thought or have said maybe that there, like, yeah, I see, I mean, maybe a miniseries and a little bit, but I mean, for the most part, for her age, she's a pretty grounded character, and maybe we'll see differently as the seasons go on. But so far, I mean, you're seeing her take on responsibility. You're seeing her, she's got attitude and sassiness, but I don't see it as teenage angst.
Really?
No.
That's so weird. Maybe because like in my own body, that's how I felt. I don't know. This cast is just really close. Like I'm close with the Longmire cast as well. Like we do talk, we hang out, things like that, but not like the Battlestar cast. And that's nothing against the Longmire cast. It's just part of it is that Rob lives in Australia, and for the Battlestar crew, we all live in the United States, share for Jamie Bamber, but he's back and forth so much. So we see each other all the time, and we really are like family. And so, of course, I'd love to go back and work with my family again. And I never really had that feeling before.
Yeah, that was the first time.
Yeah.
A couple of things and announcements and updates on Patreon. Still doing a fan fiction contest right now. And I think the cutoff for the deadline for that is the 16th of May. So you got time if you want to jump on there and submit your fan fiction. You should do that. And,
I want to see some sexy fanfic, you guys.
Yeah, we did put in a little requirement that it can't be too graphic.
Yeah, like no,
like we didn't want
what's that rivalry show?
Heated Rivalry.
God, I loved it.
I haven't seen it yet, but
I did. I thought it was fantastic.
And then what else? This is why I had
Coin.
that little sticky note. Oh yeah, Coin.
Coin,
we will
you guys.
be releasing a new 2% tier challenge coins available to all 2% members who are on an annual subscription. Deadline for that is May 31st. And so if you're an annual subscriber by or on that date, then you will immediately be eligible to be sent a custom limited edition Sackhoff Show challenge coin.
That cannot be purchased.
Cannot be purchased
It's the only way to get it. If you don't know what the 2% is, just Google Katee Sackhoff 2% comment. It's a comment I made on my friend Christian Harloff's show. And it was literally just like off the top of my head. And it was, there are moments when I think that like I can appreciate your own humor. You know what I mean? Like it was probably one of the funniest things I've ever said.
I think so.
See?
Let's just let them find it. All right.
I'm excited. All right. We need to watch this episode.
This.
I got therapy at 2:00.
Here
we got to get into this. I love the previously.
I love
Makes
that
me
it's
feel like a
Rosalind saying
celebrity.
it, and for this one, it makes you feel like a celebrity?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I think that's kind of why I like the forward cap thing, the spoiler thing, is that I'm like, oh my gosh, look, I'm in this episode.
I see. So
think
you
it's
feel
kinda
like a
fun.
celebrity because you're going to be in
Yeah.
when you see the pre-cap.
Like I can tell if I'm in the episode based on.
Have we heard you announce the previously on? I haven't been paying attention because that was Rosalind, but
I don't know. I think probably. What happens? Oh, get her.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on?
I want to know about this baby.
Baby, don't talk about a baby. There is no
What?
baby.
We know that she was pregnant. It's
No.
pretty clear that she was pregnant.
We know she's vomiting. We don't know she's pregnant.
We know she's pregnant.
Do we?
Yes, and also, like, I'm on the YouTube enough and the Discord enough to know that there is a baby in this.
Mm.
All right. Cloud9 luxury liner.
Ooh, I would rather be on the luxury liner.
It'd be nice to be on the luxury liner.
It'd be nice.
We on? Frank, we're on. Go.
Oh, I remember this.
So you are in it.
Ship in the fleet, it's the Colonial gang.
This is a very nice ship.
I'm James McManus. With me are two of the only remaining legitimate journalists left in the universe. And my wingman, Sekou Hamilton, former editor of the Airline Gazette.
This is interesting. Dude, people get, like, leave to go to this ship and take a little break?
That would be nice.
Handpicked by the power behind the throne, presidential advisor Wallace Gray. Don't you see a gray orchestra?
What is happening?
Well, this seems like somebody
Someone's,
preparing for an
like,
assassination.
stop.
5 minutes of your time.
Wally.
Hey, Wally, we really haven't seen any of this sort of, like, behind the scenes, what's been going on.
No, any of
running the colony.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm the fascist. You stick with being the gas bag.
Madam President, excuse me, Madam President, you're going to want to hear this.
Mm-mm.
So she's considered to be a fascist right now?
I guess.
Interesting.
Who would have guessed it? Tom Zarek.
Oh, my God.
Got quite a following out there.
He's one of the delegates.
A ruthless terrorist. Tom Zarek
Blew up a government building, and now he's going to sit on the quorum of 12.
Huh.
Hmm.
Interesting. That shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
Commander Adama.
He got there pretty quick.
Hello, Commander.
Can't allow a terrorist to sit in government.
Mm.
My hands are tied. I don't want to turn him into a martyr.
There you go.
Law allows a prisoner to regain his citizenship once he's served his time.
Danger to the entire fleet. I can bar him from traveling to
Do you
Cloud9.
find yourself sometimes not agreeing with Adama?
Yes, I have disagreed with him a few times, but I almost never disagree with Rosalind.
See?
In fact, I can't think of a single time I've disagreed with her.
Yeah.
Another stunning development. We're getting a live feed from the Astral Queen, Tom Zarek.
Does that make us fascists? The
Don't get political, babe. Jesus.
show's political.
I know.
I will be a voice for those who have gone too long unheard by a government that serves only the privileged,
He's for sure going to run for president at some point.
Hmm.
the weak, and the poor. But Rosalind and her Confederates will no longer be able to ignore us.
Uh-oh.
The winds of change are
Whoa.
blowing.
Who's shooting who?
Well, that's a good question.
What's happening?
Because
What's happening?
Adama said the word martyr, so it makes me feel like he's going to kill Zarek, and then he is going to be a martyr. Not Adama kill Zarek, but somebody,
or,
you know what I mean?
Who knows? Maybe this is the episode where I was supposed to get my blood drawn.
And this is where the photo...
Our shuttle leaves for Cloud9 at 05:12 tomorrow, so don't be late.
Surprise getaway, just the two of you?
that came
That was
in
feisty.
real
I'm
bitter.
going to be handling your security.
Please don't touch that.
I don't think we've ever seen Six that jealous before.
It's all over Top Wireless.
Lexi.
You've been selected as Caprica's delegate to the Quorum of 12.
Is this some kind of joke?
You got the super genius vote. Congratulations, Doctor.
Thank you.
I love that you're just walking with your cane.
Holding her cane.
What is the cane for?
That was weird.
That was weird.
Well, speeches. Like,
Maybe she's holding it if she needs it, but she doesn't need it.
Parties full of young women drawn to men of power.
I don't know.
But when the people call you myself.
It's odd to see her like have been jealous, and then, but it seems like she's only jealous of you.
Of me. Yeah. Natural blonde.
Sure feels good. Almost like the real
Oh,
thing.
you guys are getting a little break on the old luxury cruise ship.
Oh, I remember this.
They could have done a better job at the Horizon, though.
1,000 different places for a sniper to hide. How many people are we dealing with again?
Oh, 500 plus.
I remember why I have the cane. It's because I need it at some point for something I'm going to do.
Oh, you're going to use it on somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, toasters aren't our only
You don't
problem.
have it now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you guys going to have cute fun time?
No, Kara.
Happy fun times. That means
gosh, that my
bad
knee,
things.
her knee looks so much
Yeah,
better.
you look like you're just having a great time on that knee. I guess across the course of the show, since they haven't told us exactly what ships are in the fleet, they can kind of pull a ship out of their butt whenever they kind of want to.
Yeah.
My wife, Ellen.
Oh, boy.
Don't worry, this guy's mine the second he makes the wrong move.
Murderer. Go back.
What did you say?
Oh.
He's a freedom fighter, all right?
Excuse me.
I want someone to grab him by the shoulder now.
Lay a hand on anyone else, and you'll be getting to know Galactica's break.
This guy looks familiar too, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy your stay on Cloud 9.
Oh, I will.
Our show cast so many Canadian actors and
Tom Zarek.
Colonel Ty. Battlestar Galactica. My wife.
Does she have a name?
Ellen,
He's a charmer.
all this pretension makes me sick.
You're holding up the line.
Thank you for making me feel welcome, Ellen.
Hope to see you again.
Why did you do that?
To get our picture on the front page of every half.
Yeah, she is a climber.
Oh, wake up, Saul. Look at these cameras.
Interesting that there's even any care for that kind of thing at this
Rosalind's
point.
the
Like, how many
past,
months out are we
Zarek's the
from
future of the...
the destruction of the human race? What'd she say?
She said Zarek's the future, Rosalind's the past.
Ooh.
Mr. Zarek?
If I were to offer you my hand in friendship, would you take it?
Well, there's only one way to find out.
I want her to take it. Yep. Oh, that's even a step farther.
Just remember, I'm not your enemy.
I think that if you look at a concern issues vital to the fleet, in some cases, the distribution of medical supplies.
Yeah.
Laya's not wearing any underwear. She's been eyeing you all afternoon.
Oh, Jesus. I love that she's like wingmanning him right now. What?
She's only human. You're not jealous.
Love isn't about sex, guys. And as far as I'm concerned, you can have any woman you want. But always remember, I have your heart.
Any woman you want, except for...
You can always rip it out of your chest. Oh, I need to.
So if there are no objections,
Oh, she can really get into his body.
today's agenda as proposed.
I have a shock to discover the most critical issue of all is nowhere to be found.
Earth.
Well, perhaps
Maybe.
Mr. Zarek could enlighten us.
The election of a vice president.
Ah, okay.
Anything should happen to you, Madam President. We have no designated successor.
He wasn't expecting that.
The door wide open, military dictatorship. Should be nominations for vice president.
Smart.
Yeah.
Second.
Oh. Ooh.
Second.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
that was a look.
Seconds for various reasons, which are far too obvious.
He has no idea.
No.
Of opening nominations for the vice presidency, say aye.
Oh, boy.
Floor is now open for nominations.
Who's the vice president? I have no idea. Oh, wait.
There is only
You have to
one
do it right
man
now?
here.
Yeah, I guess.
He sent a crew to fix the air filtration system on my ship.
Huh.
And they were gone while I was still waiting for the president's office to return.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, there you go.
I nominate Tom Zarek.
Surprise. Surprise.
Jim Anon seconds the nomination.
Oh, Jesus, you're feisty.
Yeah, you are mean.
The chair will remain open for 72 hours. The session is now adjourned.
Yeah, we're not going to wait for a few
someone
more
else?
people to suggest other
Nominations?
options. Oh, man, I wouldn't want to cross her.
No.
Thomas Zarek is not going to be my vice president.
Well, then figure it out.
Presidential election, we could have handpicked a candidate. He's charismatic and knows what buttons to push. And I am concerned about the security.
Because they let people from Sagittarius on
Cloud9.
So they've got a lot of potential convicts on there.
One who will quickly win the delegate support.
An established name.
Oh, right. Wally. I remember now.
This guy?
Thanks, but
No, thank you.
I cannot allow Tom Zarek to be one heartbeat away from the presidency, Wally.
No, because he'll kill you.
Yeah, kidding.
Yeah.
you got me, Madam President.
How can you reassure people that you're looking out for their interests?
It feels so much like just shots from like real life political way speaking and the walk and talk interview.
Yep.
There's no market, no industry, no capital.
Does he have his sleeves rolled up? Yep.
Look where we are. This man wakes up every morning. What job? He labors, but he gets no benefit from his labor. Completely restructure our lives. We need to completely free ourselves of the past and operate as a collective.
I like him.
Yeah, he's making a lot of good points. I mean,
turn that crap off.
Yeah, I was listening to that broadcast.
Oh, Jesus.
That's a shame.
Yeah, well, they all want to hear Mrs. Zarek speak too, don't you, buddy? How about you? You want to hear what Mr. Zarek has to say? Turn it on. Now.
Leave it.
Hey.
We are the
See you back there, Starbuck. Waiting to smack somebody in the face.
You know, I don't like your tone, Flyboys. Why don't you just move along out of here and go enjoy the imitation weather?
After you leave. Which is now.
I don't want no trouble.
Uh-oh.
Bottle break?
Oh.
What the hell?
Oh, shit. Wow. Don't hit Starbuck.
Yeah. Huh. I like it.
Yeah.
Get him.
And they gotta find a gun. Oh, shit. Uh-oh.
Oh, get it, Starbuck.
Go. Go. Oh, Jesus. Where'd that other guy go? He just... Here you go.
Are you looking for this?
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh. Nice. Work, babe.
Thanks.
Yeah, you really went from like running around with a hose to like cane walking, limping. I mean, you did get hit, but
it's okay.
I still feel right.
All right. I've been waiting for some more helo. I'm really starting to dig Sharon in this in this role, yeah.
Infiltrate the most heavily fortified military hub on this planet, steal a ship, Katee Galactica, and fly her without getting shots of hell.
Is that all?
Yeah, it's a big job.
Well, I guess we can relax until dark.
I hate that I already know that they succeed at some point, at least in some version of this, because I know Hilo ends up back on the Galactica.
I know you are
too
operating at a detriment to a certain extent, sort of knowing what's happening. Starving.
I'm trying to make sense.
She's so Brigante.
I can't fathom why anybody would want to help the Toasters. And they just happen to be twins?
That's the explanation that.
Well, wouldn't that be what you came up with?
I don't think so.
Wait, what would you think?
I don't know. I guess it's not fair for me to think
I
would
think
guess.
the designers could be messing with human DNA?
Oh.
There you go.
Cloning people or something?
Yeah, that's would have been my guess.
Could be.
That would explain how they took us by surprise. They had these replicated humans infiltrating the colony.
You're smart, Hilo.
Smart guy.
You know, if they were human clones, that means they're capable of complex emotions, maybe even love. Misguided in the way that they were indoctrinated, but really...
They are. They're not human.
Slow your roll on that one.
Killed billions of innocent people.
Yeah. No human could do that.
It's interesting how much she wants to be human or considered to have the depth of humanity.
Right.
That's sad.
Why do you have a summon itinerary? Why circle every public appearance by President Roslin?
It's not mine.
Absorb X-rays, ceramic stealth gun.
I carry a lot of money. I need protection.
Right. The money's worthless.
Your friend Zarek pointed that out.
That's a good cop, bad cop you guys have going on.
He gave you up.
Interesting.
You're bluffing. You haven't got anything. But we don't need anything, Valance, because this isn't a trial.
Like Zarek pointed out, we're living in a whole new world.
Who does this guy work for?
This is your courtroom.
You think it's Zarek?
No.
And that would make us your executioner.
Oh. He doesn't have it in him.
No.
All the bluff. What's that? There it is.
You just came over here for the booze and the food.
You know what?
Oh.
I know Zarek's behind this. Keep working on Valance.
Who? It's got to be someone else.
Unless Roslyn, like, set up a patsy to make it seem like Zarek was going to assassinate her.
Could still have another shooter on Cloud 9, and
Because then that would make him look bad.
he's more than capable of ordering your assassination and
She's super devious.
She is.
Zarek's not going to win because I'm not going to let him.
There you go.
If you find anything that remotely connects Zarek to Valance, shut him down.
Yep. She is a little bit of a
She's
fascist.
intense. She's intense. But also, I'm like, okay.
Zarek must be making promises. We've got all the colonies till we vote tomorrow.
I'm going to guess this was all shot at Simon Fraser University.
I have no idea.
No?
Don't remember.
You guys shot a lot of stuff there.
I remember the scene where we were running around with the hose was shot out in what's the place the university passed kids?
Valance in your neck.
That's UBC.
It was shot at UBC then.
Maybe this could be at UBC too. Just it looks like a campus conference room or a auditorium.
I kind of want to be on this ship.
Yeah.
Like right now. Like if we have to leave Earth and like go to another planet, I would be like, can I be on the Cloud 9, please?
I think that would be most people's first choice.
Yeah.
What would he,
Is he bartending right now?
Oh, Alan.
Whatever the people want is fine by me.
Oh, stop.
Everyone has an agenda. I know I do.
And what would that be?
Me, myself, and I.
She's great. I like her.
Clearly a well-connected, well-informed woman.
Wife of the XO, for whatever that's worth.
A lot of alcohol left over.
A lot of resources on this ship, which is interesting.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a friend of mine. His name is Valance.
Oh, interesting. So he really does. Now, unless she knew that and set him up
How the
anyway.
hell did this happen?
Planted that on him.
We got to get to the president.
Oh, is he dead?
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
Aye.
Oh, God.
So, again, she has an incentive to make sure he doesn't talk too much.
But he was looking for him.
Yeah, but he's looking for his friend who's disappeared.
Right, and maybe he was looking for him to kill him.
I'm pretty sure Rosalind's behind it all. I'm putting my firm stance on that.
His wrists were slashed with broken glass from the room. It wasn't suicide.
If only we could prove that.
How'd they get past the Marine Guards?
Through the vent.
The vent.
Interesting.
History is full of examples of leaders who have come from the...
How many people knew where Valance was being held?
She realizing that maybe
I was just going to say, is he going to be vice president?
Especially if you're someone like Tom Zarek, who's never shouldered any real responsibility in your life.
There you go.
There it is.
He's posing like he is the savior to all your ills.
Oh.
No evidence of a plot. No check on Zarek. No nothing.
If he can get to Valance, he can get to anyone. He will definitely try and take a shot at you now.
And now all she has to do is stage a shot at her.
Right.
With a firm and deep resolve to make tomorrow better, not just for ourselves.
He's good.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
Very good. Yeah, I feel...
The vote may be trending against you.
Good job, guys.
Yes, it is.
I'd almost vote for him.
I'm going to win
If
this
he hadn't
thing.
destroyed all of humanity.
He belongs, but first I have two very unpleasant duties to perform.
Oh, no.
I need a shuttle to Cloud 9.
Oh, yeah, she's going to tell Wally. Sorry, Walls. Yep.
All those years, I watched you. Working with Adar, you were always so quiet, so polite.
Oh.
So dignified.
Insult coming.
Never thought you'd fit in with the bare-knuckle backstabbing politician.
Ooh.
I guess I was wrong.
Ouch. That was pretty harsh.
Yeah, it was brutal.
But true.
But accurate.
Yeah.
But isn't that sort of what it takes to be in politics? Like everybody goes in with these
I'd like to think not. I mean, I think this
Dr. Baltar, are you in here?
are extenuating in this.
I think she probably should have asked Baltar first.
Probably a good idea
Yeah.
to have done that. Maybe she just knows his ego, so it's just...
Madam President?
Why does she have to do it here?
In the bathroom? Private.
Yeah.
Great acoustics.
You were very articulate, quite engaging.
Oh, thank you.
Such a strong actor.
I'm beginning to get a real feel.
So I take it you're not voting for Mr. Zarek?
Any man who uses their intelligence and resources to blow up the building doesn't get my vote now.
Mr. Gray dropped out of the race.
Well, then who do you want me to vote for?
I was thinking you.
Oh.
Me.
God, she's opening a door to the most egotistical man in the universe.
I would be fortunate to have your intellect and your popularity right by my side.
This is probably the biggest mistake she's going to ever make.
Well, or would she have lost that election? And then Tom Zarek, you know, that could have been an even bigger mistake.
I don't know. Oh.
Oh. He was shagging her.
Wow. What are you going to do now?
Of course.
Now I'm going to give you an exclusive.
Jeez. I want Six to like walk out of the other stall.
Right? Oh my God, that's
Jesus.
so funny. Of course.
So what are we supposed to do?
Zarek's too smart to take another shot at the president during the summit.
Okay, Apollo. Put a shirt on. Jesus.
When everyone's forgotten about
Cover
balance,
up the abs.
Yeah.
it is time to find a better opportunity.
Could have dressed in the shower. He just dropped his towel.
He did.
She says a lot of things.
Don't you think you should wash that?
I did.
Hmm.
Do you have a problem with my hygiene?
Was it blood on it? What was on
I
it?
don't know.
I clean up good sometimes, right?
Let me know when it's one of those times.
Gaius Baltar?
The surprises just keep on coming. A
Hmm.
number of the quorum delegates have now shifted their support to the scientific genius.
She's like, yeah, it's shocking.
But my money is on Gaius, Dr. Baltar. The vote is now 6-5 in favor
You don't know
of
who
Tom
becomes vice
Zarek.
president?
The next,
I forget.
in the event of a tie, president will cast the
Oh.
deciding vote.
Interesting. Oh, no.
There you go.
Oh, she clearly.
She's pretty happy.
I give you your new Vice President, Dr. Gaius.
I literally forgot this entire
yeah?
storyline. Yeah. I didn't remember this at all.
Power, Mr. Vice President. We're going to do great things together.
It's difficult to fathom, Maya. I never aspired to power.
I never aspired to power.
What Laura told me.
Laura.
We're like on first name basis. Now look, I think the people,
Interesting.
people need me. Excuse us.
Such weird reactions from her. No, are you cleaned up? Whoa, babe. Look at him. He's
That bum knee of yours is looking pretty good.
nice.
And the other one's not too bad.
God, I really married up.
You want to dance?
It's true.
I did. I did.
But she's very cute. She said, me in a dress is a once in a lifetime opportunity.
It's very, very cute.
Mr. Zarek, oh, don't worry. I won't be kissing you today.
Oh.
That's a shame. I shave very closely and impatient of being smacked by you.
Oh.
But there's still a presidential election in 6 months.
Oh.
I have no doubt.
Ah, one thing you should know.
Oh, here.
I didn't kill Alice. I wonder who did.
Yeah. She's stone cold, babe. Stone cold.
No, she didn't do it.
You don't think so? Do you know so?
Madam
So who
President.
did?
Adama?
I need to know.
Think Adama did it?
I don't know.
Colonial Day, where else would I be?
Maybe Ellen Ty?
I don't think she has the resources.
Sharon?
Dr. Baltar.
I don't know.
Who could do it?
Interesting choice.
Oh, that's right.
The devil you know.
Politics.
I don't like him dancing with you.
Exciting as war.
Yeah, well,
Definitely.
get ready.
Oh no. Just do you bang Baltar? Oh, gross.
It's a very funny story, too.
I don't like
You're
it.
still standing.
I'm not a fan of this. I don't like this news. By choice?
I don't remember. I don't remember what the storyline
We're
was.
missing out on what these guys are saying. 'cause
I
I'm
know.
thinking
Someone's
about
going to
this
be very upset about it.
disgusting
You guys talk over all
coupling.
the good beats.
Well, we just kind of did.
We
that was
did.
disgusting.
It's fine.
Uh-oh.
In a luxury suite aboard the Rising Star is something to be worried about. I have my ways.
Huh. Maybe she has more power than I thought she does.
I wonder if we find
You
out.
might want to talk to a few people.
Hmm.
Your future.
What?
We can all wait until later.
I couldn't hear that. What did she say?
She said, you may want to talk to people about your future. There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. She's going to be the one who did it.
Yeah,
I
but
bet.
for what?
Because he promised Ellen.
I know, but what's the reason? What did she have to kill his?
If we get
Because
caught,
if he was going to spill the beans and say that he worked for Zarek, they needed him taken out.
Yeah.
And she said, me, myself, I, and basically her husband.
So she let him.
And she
gave him
knows
access.
that Zarek is maybe going to run
Aw.
for president. And if Zarek runs for president and wins,
Right.
and he owes her,
Yeah. True.
it's going to have been her.
True.
Go.
Oh, the sweet kiss between these two.
Mm-hmm. Where the heck are they going?
They're trying to break into the depot on Caprica to steal the ship.
Oh.
Ooh. Ooh. Everyone's always hanging above people in this show.
Oh, no.
Now he really is confirmed.
They would know they're there.
We can never know if it's part of the plan or not.
You know what I haven't seen on the planet? Which I guess it makes complete sense. I was like, I haven't seen any birds. But yeah.
A lot of radiation.
Nuclear fallout. Oh no. Are you going to fall? Are you going to fall? Is he going to fall? Wait, what's happening?
Oh shit, there's
Wait.
another shit. There's another boomer. Oh,
Oh
no.
no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
She's got to take herself out. Oh shit. That's how he's going to find out.
Oh.
What
Well,
is he going to do
he's
now?
going to just think it was a clone.
No, he's not.
Sure.
No.
Yeah.
No, he's putting together the fact that
he's
she
not.
didn't need any food, the endurance. She just ran forever.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. See? She never got tired.
Hilo!
Yeah. He's putting it all together.
Hilo!
So she doesn't maybe get back to
Oh.
Galactica with him then. I thought they made it back together or something. Shit.
Oh.
Well,
Well, that's...
Hold on. We gotta watch the
We gotta watch the credits.
Interesting.
I forgot that happened.
That they were confronted by her own clone.
Yeah.
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 I almost wish there was more of their story every episode.
You know, I missed that. Yeah, I kind of want to be on them a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously.
I think we do at some point.
Well, he's
spend
going to
more
get back.
time
If
with
he's going to
them.
get back to Galactica at some point, we're not going to have a Caprica story so much anymore, unless we follow Sharon
I don't
on the
remember.
planet.
I don't remember.
You don't. I never know to believe you, and you say that now.
I know it's true. I got to tell you, 95% of the time when I say I don't remember, I don't remember.
Go.
That was a funny one.
I enjoy those.
I liked that. Yeah, 95% of the time when I say I don't remember, I
Yeah,
really don't remember.
You don't remember
Until it
and then
happens.
sometimes you're just trying to misdirect me so
Yes.
that you don't reveal something.
Yes.
Do you remember choreographing that fight sequence at the bar with all those guys?
No.
No. Do you? It's like the worst interview ever sometimes. I'm like, can I get some behind the scenes from you?
No. It's really funny.
I'm trying my best, you guys.
I'm like tearing this episode apart on my part.
In what way?
Because of the running and the spraying of the thing. And I think part of it was that I'd like to say that part of it is that I was distracted that day. That's what I was telling you, that was
with
the
Meatball?
day that Meatball had to go to the hospital and I had to send him with
but you would
a
think,
crew
you
member.
would think
and-
continuity would have flagged that stuff for you. I mean, you've got the scene where you
Yeah.
weren't using the cane in his
Off the
office. Like,
top.
walk away. Like, someone would be like, hey, remember
Can
you've
you use
got
your
a
cane?
limp here? But I'm also wondering, like, they obviously choreographed or blocked that water hose fight, and no one was, like, concerned that you, didn't even have your cane. Props wasn't like, hey, Kate, where's your cane?
Right.
And you were running around and tripping over hoses.
Yeah.
So I think that if we were to give them the benefit of the doubt, you didn't really need the cane in the first scene. You didn't really need it in the hose scene, and you were having it just in case, and then you got hurt while you were in the fight, and
think
that's
that's-
why you started limping. I think we could give that.
I think that's kind of the way I remember like rationalizing it in my head because they were like, you need to use this cane. And I was like,
Right, because
I think I was probably against it. I think I was probably like, come on, guys. But they were like, you need the cane for the fight.
It's interesting that they wanted that so badly because you could have picked up literally. It was not that big. I mean, you did hook him with it once and something, I guess, for that.
I guess on one hand, like I appreciate the continuity of the injury. Like it was a pretty severe injury.
Yeah.
And here we are 6 episodes later. and she's still limping. So, I mean, on one hand, I'm like, when is this going to end? But then on another hand, I hate it when I have been on a show before. I remember on Longmire, I was like, I don't remember what happened, but there had been times where I was like, is this going to roll over into the next episode? And they would say, no, enough time's passed. And I'm like, I hate that. I hate that. Like, I love the continuity of an injury. I think it's really cool.
It's also possible, I don't know if you remember, that they shot the choreograph for that fight scene before you shot some of that other stuff too. So they could have choreographed that fight with the cane.
Yeah.
And then you shot the other stuff afterwards. Then all of a sudden it's like.
Yeah. It's also possible that I didn't, because I don't watch playback, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't. And
or
so
you didn't back then.
I didn't. Yeah. I still try not to.
Unless Bryce Dallas Howard makes you.
Ask me to do it. So I won't watch playback. And I think that there is a possibility that I thought that was a much wider shot, that we were going to be smaller in the shot because the camera's a ways away.
In the
scene where I'm running around
with the hose.
When you clearly see that I'm okay.
Right.
I think I must have thought it was further away.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyway, I don't really know. I was also only,
because you brought up Longmire. And we didn't talk about last on the episode that it actually got brought up. When you were torturing Leoben, you had mentioned that at one point you got waterboarded in a scene.
Yeah, I talked about it in the Patreon. Like when I did my live with everybody.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I did. Sorry, guys.
All right. We're not talking about it again.
It was in 24.
What am I even doing here? Why am I even...
What is my purpose? Why am I even here? It was in 24.
Oh, 24. So you got waterboarded. Was it uncomfortable? Was it
it was
actual?
Awful.
Yeah.
It was awful.
So they put a cloth over your face and then poured water on top of your head while you're slightly declined?
And I was also, my head was strapped to a table.
So you couldn't
I remember the straining of my neck being quite severe after that and being in a lot of pain for a few days.
Great. So now that we know.
There you go. Now that you know.
And if you were patrons, you would already know.
Heard the story.
That's the thing. You get first access to all the good stuff.
It's true. We talked about it already.
Speaking of which, let's see what we've got for patron.
I'm so
yawny. You're yawny today.
I'm yawny.
You're a little yawny Gogolak.
I think when this episode is airing, I'm on my way to Brussels Comic-Con.
Okay, we have some Patreon questions here. If you would like to submit your questions, please go join the Patreon. It's an awesome place.
Patreon.com/The Sackhoff Show.
Exactly.
Oh, and if you guys want merch, we should have said this off the top. Go to shopstands.com and then just search The Sackhoff Show.
All right. Let's see. Michael Ray says, how hard is it, or maybe how challenging is it as an actor to perform with different directors on a series when some directors, like Edward James Olmos on the last episode, when it's such a different vibe when it brings such a different vibe to the show? As viewers, sometimes it's hard to tell when you have different directors. It's all very similar, but sometimes you just know it's such a different vibe that it must be a different director.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's one of the things that I love about TV is that there is no like monotony to your day because every 7 to 10 days later, you have a new director.
And sometimes you block these things. So are you ever though crossing over where you're shooting with a different director?
No, so Battlestar
block?
Doesn't block, didn't block shoot. Longmire didn't block shoot. 24 block shot, and so did Mandalorian a little bit.
What that means?
So block shot means like sometimes they'll do it. Actually, I don't think Mandalorian block shot. Sometimes what they'll do is that if you have an actor like Kiefer who has been doing it a long time, it was season 8, and you want to utilize your sets the best way that you possibly can, you'll set up like the CIC, for example. I don't even think that's what it's called in 24. I don't remember. And you will shoot everything on that set for like 2 to 3 episodes.
Yeah.
So you're shooting out of order, but what it allows you to do is so if you're a character that only works in the CIC, then you'll work for like 2 weeks straight, and then you'll have like a month off because then they're like, okay, now we're going to be on location for,
would you
3
have one
episodes.
Director for that entire block, or would you potentially, you'd have
it would be different directors.
Sometimes
Sometimes in a block, a director will actually be directing both those episodes as well, which is that continuity is really nice. And I don't really remember what we did on 24 actually. So for Battlestar, we did not block shoot. We shot with one director at a time. And I like it personally. Like I said, it's
doing it where you're not block shooting.
No, I like it when you shoot with one director at a time, and I don't like to block shoot. I like to do an entire episode and then move on to the next thing. But what's so great about it is it's fun to work with new people. It's fun to work with a director who has a different nuance potentially, or a different thought about your character and a different way of, because they bring their life experience, their experience as a director as well, and they come in and then they give you direction. And so like a lot of times, like there were some scenes on, not to bring up another show, but scenes in Longmire where my character had to go through some pretty severe stuff that it just so happened that the director for that was a female. Zetna Fuentes is just glorious director. And she was able to pull out of me what I think is probably one of my best performances to date. I don't know if I would have gotten the same performance from a man.
Right.
And that's not saying that I wouldn't. I just don't know if I would have.
Yeah.
I don't know. But she brought a different energy to it than, say, a director before, which
I
was
assume
great.
that goes both ways, though, right? If you have a director that you're not vibing with, that you feel like you aren't getting as good of a performance out of, or
Yeah. I mean, I have worked with directors that I have not meshed well with, and you just suck it up because you know they're gone in 8 days.
Right.
And you just do the best that you can. You know, I mean, I've had directors that I didn't really get along with, and you know, you do your best to be respectful and then move through that episode as quickly as possible whilst also staying true to your character. Like that's one of the things. The risk is that you have a director that comes in for like a one-off episode potentially, and they may not have a grasp of who you think the character is, who you established the character to be with other directors. And then you have a director come in and they've got some ideas about the character, and you have to be able to, or I have to be able to, in that regard, stay true to who I am, stay open to their ideas, but stay firm in who I know that the character is.
Right. So they don't take it off course.
Exactly. And sometimes I have, you know, I was young. I've definitely let my ego get in the way of that sometimes. And you just have to do the best that you can.
Where
and
you
learn
weren't
from
willing
those.
to take in a note from another director?
Yeah, absolutely.
Has there ever been cases where it's the opposite, where you've let a director influence your character in a
100%.
way you didn't like, didn't want? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a challenging
It happens
business.
all the time. You know, I inherently I'm also a people pleaser as well, right? And I want people to like the performance that I'm giving.
Right.
And so I want a director to be happy. But I have absolutely been put in a situation where I've seen a performance and been like, I allowed a director to sway my performance and I didn't agree with them at the time, and I didn't stand up for the character. And that's also something that you have to live with.
It's interesting as an audience member to wonder whose decisions are the thing that influenced something you liked or didn't like on screen, because it's such a collaborative thing that you can't really tell.
Yeah.
But you can tell us every time because you have all the BTS.
Yeah. Well, and then there's also the thing where you'll do, you know, 4, 5, 6, 7 takes sometimes, and you'll give a different performance every time, and you won't know what's going to show up because the editor is going to do that.
Totally.
And then you have to just like pray that the editor has the same ideas that you do.
Right. Yeah. The editors are consistent usually.
Yes.
So usually you would hope that the editor is going to give you that guiding presence of like, hey, this take was not what Starbuck would have normally said, because they know the whole show. All right. Joe Bright says, my question is, do you think the plan to set up a working government so soon after the attack is a smart idea? Every move they now make is life or death with the fate of humanity in the balance. To leave that to voters is reckless. It would be better for Adama to command the military, with Rosalind running the civilian affairs under emergency decree until a safe home can be found. Joe, I agree. I do agree to a large extent. I am finding it strange and a little odd to be even having these kinds of episodes with how soon after this attack has occurred. I don't think in any real world situation, like, I mean, you think about 9/11, right? You think about how long the powers that were given to government existed post that. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, we still have some of them in place. So I do think it's sort of odd that we are even spending time with these characters figuring out like this kind of setup, because it makes it feel like they're all sort of set that this is our new life, rather than, hey, we're still solving a lot of the problems from our civilization being destroyed. So I do think it's a little disconcerting.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, don't you think potentially that if the people didn't feel like their voices were being heard, that they would revolt?
Maybe, but I don't think there's the way that this is structured with all these multiple ships that are that are dependent on the Galactica for defense. Like, you can't rebel against the Galactica. They're the only thing preventing you from being killed by the Cylons. And if Adama and Rosalind are working together, now, is that problematic that they have that much power? Maybe, but I don't think there's really, in this situation, an alternative when they should be really on a quest. And that's one thing that we're sort of missing is like, what is this fleet doing? Like, where are they going? What's their direction? We don't really know. They're sort of in space, but they haven't really talked a lot about like
we don't really
what's
know
happening.
yet.
What's the plan? We know he said it in the miniseries. We know that Earth is an idea, but it's not like we've seen them coordinating to where they're going next. So I do feel like it's sort of like, again, that season 1 thing we talked about of they're sort of finding the show. They're doing these sort of episodes. This is the political episode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think
I never
that
thought of it
season 2,
that way, but I do agree that that's probably what was happening in season 1. Like they were just sort of like trying to figure out like, you know, what the show was potentially.
And to that point, it doesn't bother me that we're watching it. But when a question like that comes up, I go, I've had that thought and gone, I'll ignore that because I'm enjoying the standoffs.
I mean, so the season 1 is only 13 episodes.
Yeah.
You know, we weren't a full run. Most shows at this time, granted, I know that things are different now and you're very used to seeing 6 or 8 episodes a season for a show and then have 2 years between.
Right.
But back in the day when this show was on, 22 episodes was the normal.
Right.
You would only see like a 13 episode run if it was a show that got picked up mid-season because something else got canceled.
Right.
And they would throw that on like in the summer.
Right.
And that's when you would get those shows. And those a lot of the times those shows would only last for a season. And they would call those a mid-season replacement.
Yeah.
So 13 wasn't normal. 22 was normal.
John Stevens, what were your working days like as an actor on BSG? What was a typical filming day like? What is your favorite BTS memory?
Gosh,
it's a day in the life.
We worked very long hours on Battlestar Galactica. My normal day was probably wake up around 4:30, 5, get in the car, drive to work. Sometimes that drive to work, depending on where I was living that year. The first season I lived in downtown Vancouver, so my drive was probably about 20 minutes in the morning, 25 minutes in the morning. Then I moved out to, I moved across the border in the United States, actually. So I would drive in from the US every day, and that was about a 45-minute drive every day. And then we would be at work for 12 to 16 hours, and then I would drive home. And then I would do it all again the next day. So that was pretty normal. We had a lot of downtime on Battlestar. There was not a lot of, I don't know how to phrase this. There was not a lot of care from the AD department to work around people's schedules to make their schedule accommodating.
Right. So they weren't like trying to block you guys. You shut your days together and then give you a big day off.
No. So sometimes I would come in and I would be in the first and the last scene of the day. And it just worked out that way because that was the best for production, and a lot of times that's totally fine. I completely get that. Whereas when I got to Longmire, they were conscious of that, and they would never. It would be a hard press for them to put number 2 in the first and the last scene of the day with no scenes in the middle.
I was gonna say in their defense, BSG has a much larger set of storylines going on and a bigger ensemble cast than Longmire to have to do that.
And I always say you get screwed down, not screwed up on a show. I know that's a little crass, but what that means is that number 1 will never usually have to accommodate number 7 on a call sheet. So if you're number 2 on a call sheet, you usually get more paid attention to.
You get screwed by number 1, but you don't get screwed by anyone below you.
Exactly. And I was number 4 on the show on Battlestar.
So Eddie, Mary,
Jamie.
Jamie were screwing
usually,
you.
Usually. And then people who had families usually got put in front of us. And so, it happened. I still had some downtime, of course, but I didn't get to leave Canada a lot. I spent most of my life up there. Whereas when I was doing Longmire, I traveled almost every weekend home to California.
Yeah. What was your favorite kick-ass scene to film so far in the season? What's your favorite action scene, let's say? Because that's how I'm going to interpret that question.
I loved all of the stuff in You Can't Go Home Again on the planet. It was really fun.
Being dragged across rocks and being in the ship.
Yeah, I really loved that. I think that this fight scene was the first fight scene with like tremendous choreography for me.
Yeah, I believe that.
Which was fun. And up till that point, I really had never done a lot of that.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
In my career, I'd never had fight scenes.
Right.
So that was really cool for me. And I think we lean into it more after this episode.
Yeah. So going from wearing, Andrew says, so going from wearing flight suits and grungy double tank tops, do you remember how you felt when you got to show up in the blue dress? Okay. Were you like, finally, I get to wear something pretty and that doesn't smell?
Yes. Well, smell is different because like
does your face light up? I felt so pretty.
My smell is different because like I was saying, like my wardrobe was clean every day. Like, you know, I was putting on clean laundered clothing every day. So, but I felt pretty. Like I said, I didn't wear makeup on the show. And I struggled a lot with feeling very masculine on the show. And yeah, I got to feel pretty, which was nice.
You're a pretty woman.
Thanks, babe.
That's all the
Yeah,
patrons.
that's
Thank you,
everything.
guys.
I did see a question. I don't remember who it was from the Patreon, but they said, do you think that Kara wore the dress for Lee's benefit or for herself? And I absolutely think she wore it for his benefit.
I agree.
I think maybe not necessarily to be like, I'm interested in this person, but I think she wore it to prove that she can
clean up nice.
Clean
like
up
she said.
nicely, you know? Yeah. I think that's
hard to know if she's like fully acknowledging that she has feelings for him or not.
I don't think she thinks she has feelings for him. I think that she thinks that it's her, you know, fiance's brother.
Yeah.
And he was like ribbing her and she was like,
yeah,
fuck you. I can put on a dress, dick.
Yeah, not that hard. Jeez.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I'm excited to see where this goes. I'm excited that we're almost done with this season because we've got some really fun stuff in store for you guys for next season that we've sort of toyed with a little bit and hinted at, but things are getting on the calendar and we've got some fun stuff coming. So I'm really excited.
Me too.
Okay.
Thanks, honey.
Thanks, honey. All right.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.